My grandfather, John Linderman, was a judge in Blandville. His older brother, Abraham, apparently also lived in Blandville. But when the Troubles came in the early 1860s, Abraham strongly supported the Union and left Blandville, and we don't know exactly where, but he joined the Union Army.
Illinois, I believe.
We think he went to Illinois and joined the Union Army. He was not killed in the Army, but he fought much of the war. Somewhere along the line, Grandmother Linderman handmade him a uniform, a Yankee uniform. It had all the buttons and all the accoutrements that it was supposed to have, and she shipped it to him. It was only a month or so before the war was over, and he never wore it in battle. I'm not even sure how much he actually wore it. But it came back to Blandville, and apparently he came back to Blandville. Now, I know about this uniform because it was in a trunk that Daddy possessed, and it was bound with, it was what they call a rope trunk. And Daddy did not allow us to open that trunk and look in it or see any of the things except once in a great long while. And that uniform was wrapped in what they called cotton wool and mothballs. And it stayed there until long after Dad and Mom both died. But Abraham came back to Blandville, where it was quite clear to everyone that he was a Union sympathizer. And that area of Kentucky was very much a Southern sympathizing area. And they were furious with Abraham and treated him very badly. You can see movies where the Southerners called the Yankee soldiers the damn Yankees. And I think I was probably 15 before I knew you could say Yankee without saying damn Yankee, because that was what they were still referred to when I was a child. Anyway, he was treated so badly that he ultimately left Blandville and West Kentucky and went to the eastern Kentucky mountains. I don't know whether he had a wife or whether he took her with him or anything, but I know he had approximately 3 daughters but no sons. And we used to have, and probably still have somewhere, a copy of at least one letter that Abraham wrote to his sister-in-law, Ellen. They were both very much biblical scholars and studied the Bible a lot. We do know that Abraham ultimately came back to Blandville because he died in Blandville, and I'm not sure what year.